All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our welcome Zoom for our Club Fit Challenge 2023. And man, I'm super excited about this as we've got hundreds of people that are on here live with us. And we know so many people that couldn't be on here live with us that are going to be watching the replay. I want to let you guys know a couple things here before we get started is the replay of this will be available in your app. It'll be available inside of your Club Fit app under your portal. Now, I want you to know if you ordered your Club Fit package today from your back office, you'll be receiving your email to be able to download the app and access your app tomorrow. So it's always going to be the next business day or 2 business days if you give us just a little bit of patience, but we're trying to make sure that we get those out to you guys very, very quickly. If you did order over the weekend, Friday afternoon, Saturday, or Sunday, you should have had an email already today. If you didn't, please check your spam folders. It's coming from a new email. Sometimes it looks like that because it has links and things in it. So it's coming from Club Fit at clubfitchallenge.com. So double check your spam folder. If you didn't, feel free to email us. And if you don't know how to get access to us, again, clubfitchallenge.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom. It has access to all of our information. And we're going to show you where the replay of this is going to be in any of our future Zooms, trainings, welcome messages of where you can find replays. So they're easily accessible for you inside of your app. But guys, I'm actually kind of overjoyed right now. I'm really, I've kind of hit with a little bit of emotion as we got started with this because this is a program that is very personal to me, and it is something that I believe that we can make a huge change in the quality of people's lives, as it's something that an area of life that a lot of people have struggled with, an area of life that a lot of people are looking for support with. It's also a lot of people that people have that are hiding a lot from, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of discouragement, where people look in the mirror and they don't feel comfortable in their own skin, and they've lost their power and their health, and almost kind of given up. And this is something that for me, I have personally experienced. Some of you guys have heard my story, and I'll share with you more as we go through this. And so honestly, I wish I could say we did this all for you, but quite frankly, I did this for me. This is, I am not a coach in this. I am a participant, and I'm a challenger just like you guys in our Club Fit program here for these next 60 days, because God knows I need it, because I need to reshape some of those habits where I've kind of had those situations where I'm either 100% good and I'm eating super clean and super healthy and I'm working out every day, or it's like nothing. I'm not doing anything. In fact, I'm not doing anything. I'm doing things that are not good for me and doing things that are definitely not boosting my energy, definitely not giving me the health and the progress and the forward moving progress that I'm really looking for when it comes to the support in my area of my life. Now, I want to let you know tonight's Zoom is going to be a little lengthy because we have a lot to cover with you guys. But 2 things before we get started. This is our welcome week of the challenge. So officially everything is available. It's kind of started here today. But we are allowing people to still register for the challenge during the first week because it's kind of a prep week, a welcome week. A lot of the people that just ordered, obviously your products aren't there yet. If you ordered today, your products don't magically show up. That'd be great. But they're going to be on their way here this week. So we're really allowing everyone to be able to register and enroll this week. Now, what does that mean is when you get into the app and start seeing it, many of you guys, when you see the content, the quality of the information, and the workouts, the recipes, the meal plan, so many different things. This is something that I believe that every one of you is going to go, man, I wish I had my friend with me. I wish I had my brother with me. I wish I had my sister with me. And today, I got my dad to join the challenge here today, and my dad has his 80th birthday next month. So he's kicking it in the challenge with us. In fact, I sometimes feel like I got to keep up with him. But I'm actually down here on a quick family retreat down in Mexico, but I've been promoting this all day today because it's been something that's so important to us. So here's my request. One more. So everybody here on this Zoom, everybody here in this challenge, go get one more person to come do this Club Fit challenge with you and do it together as your accountability partner and say, listen, this year I'm doing this challenge. Come do this with me. Right. So, and if they're coming in as a Club Fit challenge or Club Fit Plus, make sure they get in on that. That's first off. Right. So it's really important. Okay. So let's go get everybody in the challenge here this week. Let's get them in, because the difference and the impact that we believe it's going to make on their lives. So now there's some housekeeping things we're going to do here at the end to make sure that we have a quality week as we get this going. Our next Zoom next week is going to be with Dr. Howard Cohn, where he's going to be going individually through our Life by Secret product line. We're going to give you a little overview here today of exactly what to use and when to use it, how to use it, why to use it, what's it good for, and some of these problematic areas that we're struggling with to make sure that you're getting proper nutrition inside of your system, especially as you're looking to make some changes, because quite a few of you are making some changes, some massive, some minor and some massive when it comes to your health here with this 60-day program. So this week, right, we want to get started here. And first thing we want to teach you and share with you guys is how to utilize this new app that we have, how to get the most out of it, what are some of the benefits, some of the features, and because sometimes we can get a little bit overwhelmed. So we want to chunk it down for you guys and make it really palatable to be able to know kind of, okay, what do I focus on? And for some of you that, you know, it's like, yeah, I've only got really spare times. What's the most important things that I focus on when it comes to this challenge this time and what I'm going to be submitting here this week? So you do not have to submit your pictures today because some people freaked out. They were like, oh no, it started, because last time we had a strong cutoff date. So you'll be able to submit your measurements and all that stuff here in the first week, in this welcome week. So if somebody joins on Wednesday, they can still submit. They join on Thursday, they can still submit. So you got some time. And the reason why is because I haven't submitted yet. And it's something that I know I'm like, oh God, I got to take this before picture and then I've got to post it. And I'm stressed about it myself. But this is a safe place and a safe community for all of us to be able, I can promise you, the only thing you're going to get from everybody here is a positive, uplifting experience of cheering you on towards making better decisions, create quality habits, and rebuilding your relationship with food, yourself, your mind, your body, and really falling in love with yourself and this thing that we sit in that is, you know, that we get to utilize every day as this kind of machinery that takes us around. So we're going to share a little bit more about that, but to go into this and this program, because as we've elevated this through our app and with this Club Fit program, I can't wait for you guys to be able to get to know her a little bit more. More importantly, I can't wait for you to meet her for the first time in person at our Playbook convention coming up here in the Americas at the end of February in Atlanta, which is going to be amazing. We got some more details on that. But she's going to be going through this and we're going to spitball this. I'm going to ask her some questions. We're going to dive into the program, dive into the app, dive into some of our products and teach you, okay, what do you need to do here in your welcome week to ensure that you have an incredible challenge and that the results is not competing with anybody else, but simply competing with yourself and progress of heading in the right direction. It's not perfection, progress. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome your coach, your trainer, your nutritionist, your guide, your spiritual guru on the journey here, Miss Kim Lyons. Thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You guys, this is the biggest Zoom I've ever been on. Like, I'm over here just admitting people left and right. And this is so exciting. I cannot tell you guys how many years of passion has gone into this program, and to get it into an app where it's easy to follow, that was a whole nother beast. It's one thing to have the knowledge, but to be able to teach it and put it on a platform that makes it accessible for everyone is quite honestly the biggest and most amazing accomplishment I have ever had. And for those of you that saw me on The Biggest Loser, that was a pretty epic accomplishment as well. But honestly, this whole process and seeing you guys all here on the Zoom and you're going to be cheering each other on. I mean, what Jesse has put together here literally blows my mind. You guys have something special and something so unique here. So I want everyone to take advantage of it and not take it for granted, because a lot of the times, you know, the information's all there and it's easy to get overwhelmed and go, oh my gosh, I just can't. So you do nothing. That's not what this is about. This is about getting in there and taking it every single day, day by day, getting on that app, checking in on the feed. I'm going to walk you through everything that you need so that it's not overwhelming, because trust me, this process is going to be life-changing for you. And it's also something that a lot of people go through this program 2 and 3 times and you keep taking things away from it. It's not a start and finish and done and go back to the old habits kind of thing. What we're doing here is making daily changes, small daily changes. We're simplifying the whole process so that when you're done, you're going to go, wow, okay, well, I'm going to keep doing this because A, I feel good. B, I love everything about it. C, the community is inspiring. D, the supplements are like changing my life. Everything's going to come together and you're going to feel like it was easier than you expected. Okay. So we're going to take questions as well. And oh my gosh, there's still so many people in the waiting room, Jesse. Like, this is like making me nervous.
Don't worry. I'm letting them in. While you're talking,
like,
I'll let them in. While I'm talking, you let them in. Make sure everybody gets it. Don't worry.
All right. So you guys, give me a wave if you have already gotten into the app and kind of explored a little bit. Okay. So it looks like most people have, and I'm going to go ahead and show you, that is, if I can figure out how to share my screen here. Jesse just showed me this earlier. I'm pretty excited about this whole concept. I'm learning the tech things. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see my screen now. Yes?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, now I can't see my own screen. Okay, here we go. All right, so you guys can see the app now. So this is what you're going to see when you sign in, okay? I'll trust that computer. Oh, geez, here we go. All right, so this is the app and what you're going to see when you first sign in. Obviously, the event is here. This is where you guys logged into the Zoom, hopefully. Every single day when you log in, you're going to see your workouts there on the home page. This was 3 little basic tips. Hopefully, you guys got through this. When you click on that, it's going to open up the workout for you. And then underneath here, you've got your habits, which you can click off every day. I cannot tell you how important it is to get in here and check these boxes, okay? It's all part of the psychology of what we're doing here. And the ultimate goal of checking these boxes becomes a habit. Before you know it, all of these things are just going to be something that are really easy for you to do. So now,
real quick, guys, I want to just mention something on that. So these habits, these 5 habits, now we might add a little bit more in the future here, but these 5 habits, we're going to be calling this the high 5 club, you know, right? So high 5, like boom, like, hey, I got my high 5 in for the day, right? So, and this is something when you click on see progress report, and I think you can do that right there, Kim. If you click on it, it's going to show you how many days you got a high 5 day, meaning you completed this. And it's kind of gamifying the system a little bit here for you, but you know, this is it. It's how you have a success in anything in life is successful habits. And this is something we're really, really excited about. We might be adding a couple more where it might be that instead of the high 5, the secret 7, you know, when we take a look at it, but definitely make sure this is something as a simple thing of progress towards getting your high 5 days in. We're gonna have a little campaign around that.
And don't fake it. Get in there and do this stuff. That morning hydration, it is so easy, yet so many people don't do it. Put a cup next to your bed. Put a glass of water. First thing that you do in the morning, you're waking your body up, you're hydrating, you're respecting your body and what it needs first thing in the day. So all of these really are critical to your success, okay? I want you to wake up and say out loud, oh my gosh, I am so thankful for blah, whatever it is, okay? So yeah, really, really important on those habits. So now when you go back into your home screen, and hopefully you guys are following along with your app. I keep trying to use my computer to control the app. It's pretty humorous over here. If you guys will see, there's like a little hamburger menu up at the top there in the top left corner. If you push on that, this is going to bring down your drop down menu. So there's a lot of different ways to access the same content here. So we'll come back to that drop down. All right, let's go through the sliders. Your photos, you guys, the weight stuff. I don't want you to hyperfix on this, okay? I want you to pay attention to it, but I don't want you to sign in every day and focus on what you weigh. That we get into in the modules. This is a really good little slider here where it's going to take you to the community, also to your workout, to the recipe section, and the Ask Coach is not active right now. That's something coming down the road. And then you can also access it on your desktop. And I'm going to show you a demo of that afterwards. But let's go down to the very bottom of the screen. You'll see that home button, feed button, portal button, and profile button. I'm going to start over in the right on the profile. So when you click on that, this is where you're going to put all your personal information. Please put your profile picture on there, you guys. It makes such a difference when I can see the face that goes along with it. Commit, show me who you are so that when people see your comments, they can put the face with the name. All right, when we go into goals, again, this is not something, I don't want you to pay attention to the caloric intake. We'll get to that in the modules and why I'm not so focused on that. But I want you just to put in your activities. Now you'll notice here for me, Mine is a little bit different, you guys. I actually am working on putting on a little bit of muscle. I lost a little bit of unwanted weight while I was traveling, helping my parents with some kind of stressful stuff. So I lost a little bit of weight, and I need to put some back on. Activity level. This is important. When you put in your activity level, if you work out for 30 minutes to an hour a day, that's lightly active. Okay. So moderately active would be if you are, maybe you have a nursing job where you're on your feet all the time, but you're not physically really active. Highly active would be like a construction worker that is like lifting and throwing, maybe, working all day, but physically lifting all day. So a lot of people overestimate their activity level. I am lightly active. I work out probably 30 minutes a day. I go for a walk every day, but I spend a lot of time on the computer. So I am very much in the lightly active category. So don't overestimate this one. So again, this is all going to be focused on your personal goals. Don't fix on this. Okay. Once you get that stuff in there, set it and forget it.
And those are things that you can go in and edit and change, right, at any time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Believe me, a couple months ago, I had a few pounds to lose, and now I got a few pounds to gain. I'm always back and forth with things. Okay. And then also on this, you'll see measurements. So this is something really important to know. And I'm going to show you this. When you actually put in your measurements, it's not going to show right away on here. At least it didn't on the computer when I put them in earlier. I had to refresh the browser. So if you put these in there, don't worry about it if it doesn't show up right away. When you refresh your browser, it will. Oh my gosh. Anyway, you guys get the idea. We'll just go with that. Okay, so then when you save it, okay, it did show up exactly when I put it in there. So just make sure you save it, and you guys will be good there. So there's where all your measurements are. Okay. So again, profile, you've got your goals, you've got your measurements, and then your progress. So this is where it gets fun.
Hey,
this
Kim,
is where you're going to put.
Quick question for you, because a couple people asking is, what's the measurements of shoulders? Is that just basically with your arms down from shoulders?
Yeah, exactly. So around exactly where you just pointed, Jesse. So just around the top of your shoulders. Okay. Yeah, and go all the way around. And I actually use a really interesting tool that I got on Amazon. I'll show you guys that in just a minute. I have to jump up and get it. So, but yeah, either have somebody help you with your measurements or just do the best that you can with them, but you do want those to be accurate. So try to remember, if you have, measure like an inch down from your shoulder bone, and just take notes of exactly where your measurements are, because they're all going to be in a little different places, depending on how you measure. But the key is just to be consistent as to where you are measuring before and after. Okay. Gotcha. So, consistency is everything. So adding your before and after photo, these are not all me. I just wanted to give you guys some examples. But what you can do here is you can literally compare these photos side by side, and I'll show you how to do that on the computer. But this is one of my greatest before pictures. And I'll tell you guys, when I took this before picture, it was about a couple months after I had my son. But I don't have any other before pictures because I was too vain to take them. I hate it. I didn't want to do it. And I wish so bad I did, because I don't have any really good before pictures from when I was at my very heaviest when I got out of college. I looked very similar to what I do after I had my son, but I actually was heavier in my arms and my legs when I was at my heaviest. And when I took this before picture, I'm smiling here, and I was working with a photographer who I have known for probably 20 years. He shot several of my fitness magazine covers. So we were laughing at the whole before process, but I got in the car after taking these and I just started bawling. It's hard. It's not fun to take before pictures, but then when you have the after picture, you're like, booyah, I did that. I feel good, and you're proud. So don't let that before picture get in your way of showing yourself your progress. You don't ever have to show them to anyone if you don't want, but it's important that you have them, and you have them from the start. So get those done.
Yeah,
now,
I was going to mention something on that, guys. So is take your before picture. If you are competing in the challenge, right? So for total body transformation, this is mandatory. It's not optional. All right. So now the rest of the pieces, there are more guidances for you so you guys can see things here, but you're going to be submitting your before and after and at the end of the challenge here. So if you plan on competing for the prize pool and all the money and the giveaways and all that kind of stuff and getting to the top 10 and getting our water bottle, which I've been drinking my water today. And man, I need to pee like every 5 minutes because I'm not used to drinking this much water, which is stupid on my part, but But in any event, the one thing I want you to know is this, is you do not ever have to share your before picture with anyone. And in fact, submitting your before and after picture is something you can submit to just our panel of judges. You don't ever even have to share your before and after to anyone, but please take your before. Now, I'm going to highly encourage you. I know for many of you, this is going to be something that is going to be uncomfortable. But again, I'm going to say the safe space. It's going to be uncomfortable for me as I take mine tomorrow. For a sense of accountability. And I think many of you, when you see, like, once you do it, you're going to be like, oh, like, thank God I did, right? Is to post your before and your goal, right? So which you can post here in the community, which you're going to be able to see here. And we'll show you basically how to do that. But this inside here under my photos, the only person that has access to that is you. We don't even have access to that. So from it. So this is literally just photos that you're putting in here. And then Kim, I think you're going to show them how to put them all together.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys, I also want to say, do not beat yourself up after you take those before photos. And that's why you're here. And our bodies are amazing. They are beautiful. They do what they need to do in the moment they're in to survive. And, a lot of times we get mad at our bodies for storing fat. Well, that's sometimes a good thing. So don't be brutal on yourself. Actually, someone told me a really good analogy, which I think is pretty humorous. I said, when you take a picture of the moon, if anybody's ever taken a picture of the most beautiful full moon, it never comes out. You look at the picture and it's like this little white dot that does not do this beautiful full moon justice. But you never look at that photo and go, well, the moon was just ugly that day. It wasn't. It has nothing to do. It's just the photo. Okay. So, you can see even in my after here, the lighting's right. I got some tan stuff on. There's all kinds of things that are going on, but don't beat yourself up for the before and afters. Now, when you go down here to the compare, this is what's so fun about the app. And I also want you to look at the examples I put in here. White background, standing about the same distance from the camera. You guys, please take good before and after pictures with good lighting. You go in here and you push compare.
I gotta put this one up. This is my biggest pet peeve.
Right?
I'm gonna let you guys know right now. This is wild to me. I'm going to try to make this humorous, but it's like legit. This is probably one of my biggest pet peeves, and it drives me bananas. You have no idea how our team. So please don't be one of these people I'm talking about. Now, many of you are here. You are these people, and you've done this before. And I'm letting you know, if you do this again, disqualified, like dishonor on your family. Like I'm just telling you guys. Here's how you take a before picture, right? So against a blank wall, you need your entire body, your head to your toe, right? You're standing front, you're standing side, you're standing back, right? So if you have anything behind you, it's a no. If there's a colored, if you're in the middle of your living room, it's a no. If there's your kitchen behind you, it's a no. If there's a painting behind you, it's a no, right? Now, Omi is like, oh, I can't find a blank wall. Get creative, guys. A lot of your garage walls are plenty, right? So your garage, if you have one, like, I live in an apartment, right? Now, worst case scenario, if you have no blank walls, you can't take a picture off of the wall to have a blank wall, then you can use a door that's plain as like the worst case scenario. But I'm letting you guys know, hang a sheet, Jade. Great idea. Hang a sheet, hang a blanket. Yes. So, but I'm telling you guys right now, the majority of the pictures we've taken over these years, I shouldn't say all, 80% would be disqualified from even earning something. But this time we're going to be very strict on this. All right. So your before and after pictures. So when somebody asks, how do we submit them? You're going to be submitting them at the end, and we're going to show you how to do that at the end. All we need you to do right now is to get that before picture here this week and make sure that you have it available so you can submit your before and after at the end. So I'm telling you now, if you don't know, if you look at the picture and be like, is this good? And you think no, it's probably not, right? So you should be able to know for sure this is a winner. And if you have questions, you can put in the group and be like, are you sure this is going to be good, Kim? Just to make sure. But you got a week. And again, if you take it tomorrow and it's not good, you can take another one on Wednesday. But anyway, that's please help. Please don't do this to me.
We beg of you. It makes it so hard to judge too when the lighting's not good because you just can't really tell.
Sure.
So anyway, you can also see, you can compare the two pictures here, and then you can write something in there. Okay, so you guys, this was not an overnight transformation, but I'm freaking proud of myself because I'm 49, and you know, it's not easy to get in shape as you get older. So I'm going to teach you guys some really great tricks on how to do that, by the way. And then you can preview those and you can share them. You can do whatever you want with that comparison. Now, I'm going to show you one that I think is even better because I love that this one here. Let's see. I love how she is literally standing perfect in these pictures. Okay. Oops. I put her before. I put her after in there. The same. Hang on. Whoops. There we go. Okay. So I love that she's wearing the same suit. I love that she's got the same lighting. I love that it's the same crop. This is really easy to look at and see the progress. You can see how her waist has come in. So this is more of what we're even looking for compared to what I just showed you. Okay. Now, just keep that in mind. As Jessie says, you guys, it makes such a difference. Okay. So that is the photo. Hopefully you guys can, see all that. You can also compare side pictures here. I keep trying to push on my computer. So, and it's fun. Remember, a lot of these are just for you. Okay. This isn't necessarily just for judging. This is for you. Okay. So get those done. I know it takes an effort. Okay. So that's in your profile. Now, going over one button on the bottom to the left, you'll see portal. The portal is where all of your content is going to live. Now, this is probably the most important area. And as you click on each one of these tabs, they are going to continue to grow as time goes. So this week is just your intro week. You have an entire week to really focus on just learning where to find everything, getting in, navigating the app, looking through the content, and just getting familiar with it. You don't have to go in and crush anything this week. Just get comfortable with the app. That's your number one goal. Dr. Cohen's going to go over all the supplements, but you also have an entire library here of every supplement. And we'll go on green scraps because that's one of my favorites. And voila, there is a video. Okay. So lots of things in little bite sizes here for you to take in and go over. Now let's jump into the first week.
Two questions, or just so you guys know. So somebody's asking in the comment sections before we get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, we're looking for 3 pictures. We're looking for front, side, and back. Those are the 3 photos that you're looking for. And if you ever want to know, go to the portal that first week here. It's got the before and after. And if we pull this up, which is going to be loading here in a quick second, it's going to show you all these other things, right? So front, side, back, check, 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 right? So you want to be of the same outfit, right? So on, right? Now, guys, you can have shirt on, you can have shirt off, right? In fact, I would probably recommend for the guys that you have both, right? Both on. These again, where they're not this, not that, not this, not that. Hopefully we got a few examples for you guys, but what we're looking for on the app, that's first off. So front, side, back. So super important. The other thing on here is that the replays of all of our Zooms that we do are going to be inside of your portal we're going to create a new tab. It's going to be replays, and you can just click there and we'll have the videos here of any of our trainings.
Perfect. Love that. Okay, so here's what I recommend. When you open this tab, I am going to prioritize things as they need to be. Okay, so start and just plug through. Most of these are fairly short. And as you go through them, it's really going to be important that save them on your desktop, save them somewhere. I mean, yes, they're always going to be in the app, but if they're somewhere where you are always looking, put them there. Print out the things that are most valuable to you. I always like to save a tree, but so try not to print everything because there's a lot, but just know that this is something that you guys are going to want to come back to time and time again. The dining out guide, habit trackers, go through, look at all of this and see what speaks to you. And know that you do not have to conquer every single one of them. If you don't want to print the habit tracker, if you are not going to do the journal, don't worry about that. You can always go back and do it. The most critical things for you to focus on are going to be the videos. The videos and reading the guide is going to be the most crucial steps. So you'll see the guidebook right there. And then also your meal plan will be here for week 1. When you click on that, there's a bunch of recipes. Jesse, we got to do another Zoom where I just walk through the meal plan as exactly how to tackle that, because that's kind of a beast in itself. But with the meal plan, just on a quick little surface, when you open that, the first thing I want you to do is go through and look at the hard no's. If there's a recipe in there that you're like, that's a hard no, okay, find something to replace it, whether it's another meal in there. If it's a Brussels sprout recipe and you're a hard no on Brussels sprouts, of course, I want you to try them, but maybe you replace it with green beans. Find another veggie and try not to keep eating the same things over and over again. I actually just had someone today on my other app that told me, they were like, I can't believe I haven't been eating this recipe for so long because I didn't like these foods. I tried it. I loved it. People love the recipes in here. Sometimes they look weird. They're going to be out of your comfort zone. Try them anyway, please. I beg you. But find the things that are hard no, find replacements for them. Look and see what you can prep ahead of time. Look and see what your schedule is. I have structured these meals in a way that the nutrients are balanced, meaning you got the right amount of protein, carbs, and fats, stabilizing blood sugar. There's a lot that goes into the way that these meals are structured, but there is a little bit of flexibility in there as well. You should never be hungry on these meal plans. If you are, increase your vegetables, increase your protein, okay? That's where I give you unlimited amounts when it comes to the veggies. And then on the protein, you are, like I said, more than welcome to double up that as well, okay? And we'll do more on that. So that is just your intro week. And again, you guys, that's in your portal. So the portal is where you're going to find all of your content. When we open up the next module, it's going to be right here under the welcome week, okay? And you'll just keep seeing new tabs to open up. The feed is where you're going to get your instructions. So every day I want you guys to jump into this feed and read and just see where you should be. It's just a suggestion of telling you and keeping you on track. This is where the most important messages are going to come in. For example, our Zoom today, your instructions on what to do on day 1, everything will be right there, okay? Now,
so just to reference again, portal is where you have all the content. Feed is the important announcement. So for Facebook, you guys are used to this through Facebook, right? So Facebook, if the creator of the group, the admins of the group make a post as like an announcement, it stays pinned to the top. And this is a little bit different here because we aren't all posting inside the same group or the same feed here. So your feed is stuff that's going to be directly coming from your coaches. So it's going to be coming from Club Fit. It'll be coming from Kim. It is the most important. So when you're up in the morning, obviously your habit tracker, because you're going to be drinking your water. You're going to be saying your gratitudes. You're going to be taking your products. So you should be knocking out at least 3 of those habits stat in the morning. And then you're going to make sure, click on that feed here to make sure what is the stuff that we want to make sure that you're reading or pointing you in the direction of something that you need to go find inside of your app. So portal, content, feed is going to be your post from your coaches.
Definitely. And you guys, if you have questions, please post them in the community. I'll get there next. But a lot of the times, that's where you're going to get the quickest answer is in the community, because even though you can comment here below on the messages or in the feed, it's best if you put all your questions into the community because that's where we'll see them first, okay? All right, so then now we're gonna go up to this little hamburger menu up here on the very top left, okay? So the very top left, you'll see those 3 little lines. So this is where you're going to go either to the home, which we kind of already covered. When you go into workout, you're going to see today's workout. You're also going to see all the other workouts for the first 4 weeks. Okay, so remember, we're doing a stack system with these workouts. And what that is you're going to do 10-minute workouts, then we're going to do 20-minute workouts, 30-minute workouts, and 40-minute workouts. During the 10-minute workouts, you're learning, you're exploring, you're taking time to learn the movements. The second week, you're doing them 2 times through, so you're getting that full 20 minutes. The third week, you're going to get your butt kicked a little bit, doing the 3 in a row. And then the 4th week with those 40 minutes, you guys, it's intense, but it's the week that I just call go week. It's like you just get after it. You really push hard. When you're doing the 10-minute workouts, you have more time to go for walks, incorporate maybe a yoga class. If you're a spinner, maybe do a spin class. But I want you guys to do these 10-minute workouts, okay? Continue each week with the workouts. You can also go in and you can search these workouts by, say you want to know just week 1 workouts. I'm not sure if my internet's going to be strong enough to get this. Well, let's see. Anyway, well, they are tagged, you guys, so that if you put in week 1, all week 1 workouts will come up. I just don't think my internet's fast enough to do that.
So couple things on the workouts. I want to let you guys know, I apologize. I jumped the gun a little bit here. And there is the app version, but there's also a desktop version, or you can log in from your tablet and your iPad and all that. Currently, right now, the workouts are only available through the app. Right now, I'll make a quick video for those of you guys that want to screen share your app or from your phone to your TV or something. There's easy ways to do that, or just find a 12-year-old. They'll show you how to do that. But it will be available in the future and future renditions of it. Unfortunately, it's not available quite yet. But also, when you click on the app or you click on a workout, you're going to hit start your workout, and it's going to show you when you complete it, and it's going to show you the workouts that you've completed. So the goal here is to continue on this. But Kim, I got a couple questions about working out, but I want to make sure you can finish this section.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was looking for the tags. I don't know why they're not coming up. It's going to drive me nuts. You guys, tech world is going to be the death of me. But anyway, so you can go in and you can view the workouts that you have done by hitting view all. Okay, so there you can see my workout that I've completed today. And then you can also go in and under explore workouts, you'll see right there next to that, it says view all. So there's all your workouts for the first 4 weeks. So you'll see like full body times 3. That means you're going to do, the full body 10-minute segment 3 times. So you'll start to understand how that stack system works as we go. But know that there is some strategy behind that. Okay. All right. Going back into the habit tracker. So again, you can access that here from that drop-down menu.
Question for you on workouts. So one of the things that I'm super excited about this is that this eliminates excuses. Like you can do this right in your home. So you can do this literally right there and take care of, some of these things where you don't have to have a gym membership. You don't have to, it's like, I don't have time. You got 10 minutes, you've got 20 minutes, right? So, and if you don't think you have 20 minutes a day, go into your iPhone and go into usage and see which apps you're using. It tells you how many minutes or hours a day or a week you are on each of these apps, and find one that you're spending at least 20 minutes a day on and delete that app. And guess what? You got time, right? So, but I'm curious, obviously many of us have other programs for working out that we enjoy, whether it be going to a spin class or a Orange Theory or a dance class or a workout, or maybe you really like going to the gym, right? And that's your thing. Now, for many people, we wanted to make easy and accessibility something that anybody and everybody could participate. But if I'm doing that off of this, that's something that you encourage in the program, it works for you? Is that so? Is there any strategy to that? Or is this something where you're like, hey, listen, there's some magic in these programs. I want you to get a chance to use them. I'm excited to be doing your workouts as well, but
yeah. I mean, listen, guys, I got to be honest with you. I love the gym, but you will be very, very surprised at how efficient you can be with a 10-minute workout in your home, with a 20-minute workout in your home. I have literally had so many people tell me, I've worked out consistently in a gym for 4 or 5 years. I'm more sore from your 10-minute workout than I am from a gym workout. So mixing it up is all a part of the equation. So try this. If what you're doing for you now isn't working for you, just try something different. The way that these workouts are structured, they work. It is my favorite way to work out. A lot of times, even when I go to the gym, I will do the exact same exercises that you're seeing in these workouts because they're so effective. So I really, really recommend that you guys try them and give me feedback. I want to know what you guys feel the next couple of days, and if you're surprised at how much you feel just 10 minutes. Okay, so don't underestimate it.
I want to just throw something out there, guys. So many of you guys is going like, oh man, if you go to the gym and you're like, listen, if you want really good results, what do they ask you to do? They ask you to hire a personal trainer, and personal trainers are very expensive. As you guys know, they're paying per session. Now it's $100, $150 per session, right? For you to do these types of workouts, and they're going to be working out with you. Kim is your hired personal trainer. with decades of experience of putting these together, where she's coached everyone from how to get 17 abs, which I didn't even know was possible, to getting to at less than 10% body fat, to competing in the most, and it shows from around the world, to I want you guys to know there's not just wisdom, there's experience behind this. So if you were to go hire a personal trainer, obviously I don't think, a lot of us wouldn't be spending the money to be able to do that. So try the workouts. Now, are they mandatory? No, of course they're not. Nothing is mandatory. Everything is optional here, right? So, and if there's something that you truly love to do, but we would recommend get into it. Obviously, we're just having a lot of people comment on here that they're really enjoyed the workout here today. So, but anyway, something I want to just, Joe, try them. I'm excited to go through them. So
good. Jesse, I'm going to come lead you through one and just kick your butt a little bit, just for the fun of it. Just watch you sweat a little bit.
God knows I need it. So
I'll tell you a funny story back from one of my very, very first personal training jobs. I lived in Aviano, Italy, and I was a very young trainer, and I was doing obstacle course competitions at the time. And the head of the security police forces asked me to come in and talk to their guys about doing obstacle courses. So I went out there, and they were young and they were a little smug, and I was younger, and they challenged me a little bit mentally. And I said, you guys don't think I can make you puke in about 15 minutes? And they were like, nope. Well, guess what? They were hurting in about 10 minutes. They were begging for mercy. And it's not something that I would say, okay, I'll just go out there and make everybody puke. But I tell you what, these guys asked for it and they got it good. So you do not need a lot of time to really, really get a tough workout. And if you add that intensity and you just move, pretend like I am getting in your face and I am there watching you. Same with Biggest Loser. I would have clients that were in there and they would be so tired they couldn't do one more push-up, and then the cameras would roll in and they'd be like, oh, I can do 50 more. And I'm like, really? So imagine there's a camera filming you if that's what it takes. Because you'd be surprised how much more you have in you when you really, really do it as if it's a life or death thing. Or if there's just a camera filming you and putting you on primetime TV. Okay, so that's basically the workout. We went over the habit tracker, the event, very simple. Obviously, you guys can check in there. You can click right on it. So again, it's about making it really easy. You don't have to go looking for links. It's all right there. This recipe section. So we talked about when you open up the meal plan, if there's anything in there that's a hard no for you, come in here and search something that you can have. Say you don't like one of the lunches. Type on that lunch on the bottom. And all of these options will come up for healthy lunch ideas. So much of this stuff is just sharing ideas and getting, out of your own comfort zone for eating the same foods over and over again. So all kinds of different things in here. You guys can see all the tags down here that you can click on: quick meals, snacks, cheat meals, you name it. We've tried to put it in here so that it really makes it easy for you to find anything that you're looking for. So lots of options to eliminate excuses.
Yes. And guys, just so you guys know, so many of those things that are in there is like you adjust it to your needs, right? So many of the items are in there are either gluten-free, or there's so many different options in there. But listen, if you're gluten-free, you guys, you know what has gluten in it, what doesn't, for the most part. You're smart, right? So, but we're going to be giving you guys more options, more things that you're going to be able to put in there. But I also want to let you guys know, one of the things we're super excited about is featuring your recipes and featuring your shakes inside our recipe books here. So here's what we're going to be asking for this next week. We're going to be asking for your favorite healthy recipe. Now, part of the challenges that we've done in the past is people have been looking for recipes, and some of you guys have posted your recipes and they're not very healthy. I just want to let you guys know. So I've seen they're delicious. but doesn't necessarily look a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips, right? And we're not going to do that. So what we're trying to do is get some healthy recipes. So we're going to be featuring, which means that you can have a featured recipe in there of the recipe of the week. Which is going to be your name. It's going to be your name of that recipe inside of our Club Fit Challenge. The second thing that we're also going to be doing is adding shake recipes in here. Now, we have something for you guys of different shakes that we recommend and how to build out your shakes, but we're going to be putting in here. This is the area that a lot of people turn what is supposed to be something of nutrition into basically could be worse than a candy bar. And this is something we want to be very, very, very careful of. But at the same time, there are some interesting ways to shake up your shake and spice it up in a different way. Like a good example, just as a quick one, is the horchata shake, which is you take rice milk, unsweetened rice milk. You do it with the vanilla, right? Do it with, you can throw the greens in there or not, throw a little bit of cinnamon in there, and you have an horchata shake, and you got to roll your R's to do it right. Horchata. I'm in Mexico right now. So, but we're going to give you guys some of our shake recipes. We're going to be giving you guys the opportunity to submit. This is kind of stuff that's coming this week. We're really excited about.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys will have so many ideas. By the time you follow the meal plan, you're going to start to automatically go, oh, okay, in that recipe I have, I can swap this for that. And just knowing the ingredients that are healthier to make those good swaps makes a huge difference. Okay, so tons of recipes in there. Explore those. Community. I am so excited about this section. So you guys, this is like our little Facebook. This is where you would not believe how motivating it is for me to be able to come in here and see all of your posts. It's unbelievable. I love, love, love this. And not only that, but if you're ever having a moment where you just need a little extra motivation, a little extra something, come in here and read some of these posts. I mean, hello, Shelly. What? That looks amazing, delicious. So you can see what other people are making from the meal plan. You can see how they're doing. You can see, look at that. But I mean, really, you guys, these are amazing. So inspire each other, post those pictures. Look at this awesomeness right here, crushing it. Yeah, I could literally stay on this all night and just go through these. But my point being, get in here in the community, post. The more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it. And also, if you're having a bad day, that's fine too. Post that too. Just be like, oh my gosh, everybody, I need some motivation. I'm in a rut. Help. Watch the comments flood in. So don't just post the fluffy, feel good stuff. I want to hear about the struggles too, because that's what the support is all about. Okay.
Yep. I cannot emphasize this enough, Kim, and I'm so grateful that you brought that up because, guys, social media is filled, as we know, with putting your best foot forward, right? So, and I mean, and today it's like you take 700 different photos and then alter them and filter them and all this other stuff here. And that is not this group. That is not this. This is not a public group. This is a private group just for people that are involved in this challenge with us and with you. So if you've got something, man, I'm struggling with this, bring it up, bring it to this group. Now, the idea isn't that you're just trying to dump your problems on here, but you're coming because you're looking for support. You're looking for some accountability, or you're looking maybe for a solution or a different way to do something. Right. And just letting people know, because I've got those days where I feel like I wake up and I got to call AAA to tow me out of bed. Right. So, and instead of logging into TikTok or whatever it is, log into your app and read this. Right. So if you're going to be scrolling through something, scroll through this so we can, but post. Now, there are no videos available to post inside of our app currently, just photos and posts at this time. But reply. Here's the thing. Don't just scroll, comment, like. Guys, this is a community, right? And we call it Secret is a community. Our life is about community. So it makes a difference when somebody makes a post there and there's 40, 50 comments, 40, 50 likes on there. So don't just scroll. It's so easy to go click, 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 click. Super, super simple for people to be able to do. So contribute. Now, I want to let you guys know something else we're going to be doing inside of the community here, which is great, is we're going to be doing kind of 3 different types of posts. You're going to see some of this inside of your feed, but we're also going to be doing it inside of the community. So what's things to post there? Obviously, your workouts, your meals, using your products. So there's 3 main types of posts that we're going to be focusing on, which is proof of sweat, meaning you got your workout in. All right. But the other way to proof of sweat is you completed your workout. I saw somebody post down there. If you scroll down a little bit more, Kim, right there, that Wendy, she did it. She did her full body workout. Boom. Take that snapshot, post that up here. So proof of sweat. The second one is show your shake, right? So you got your shake in there. And the last one is food is fuel, right? Tongue twister. Right, where we're going to be posting up inside of there where it's like, okay, we're showing the things that we're doing, and it's kind of one of those things like, if a tree falls in the forest, can you hear it, that type of thing. So it's like, if you didn't take a photo, did it really happen? So we want you guys that accountability to post it up and post it in here, and we want to welcome all of it. The other things, just so you guys know, when you start a conversation, right? So is if you want a workout partner, and I like this feature, I would highly recommend having somebody that is your workout partner partner of making sure that you guys are doing this together, kind of like in the gym, right? Someone that's spotting you, making sure you're doing everything. So if you start a conversation, you can click the @ symbol and tag your workout partner in that post, so they get a notification just like you can on Facebook. So that way you can direct it towards them, be like, I did my workout, where's yours, right? So, and let's have some fun with this. Let's keep the competition fun, keep it light, and let's use this feed to really lift each other up.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff there, Jesse. Thanks. So you guys, everybody should have a pretty good understanding of the app now. Remember, you can always go to that home button, and there is a million ways to access everything on here. You guys, my internet is so bad right now. It's ridiculous. All day I've been fighting my internet. So again, going back to that home button, you can access everything from right here. You can set your goals. There's your community right there. So there's multiple ways to access the same things on this app, okay? Now, I want to go into the desktop version. It might take me a second to get there, Jesse. Hold on a second, because I got logged out. And if anybody has any questions, will you guys put those over in the chat box? And we'll go through and we can answer any questions there at the end.
For sure.
And I might go through the desktop too.
While she's pulling that up here, guys, so currently right now, our system shows pounds and it shows obviously inches. If you are anywhere else in the world and you are on the metric system, which is obviously a lot smarter than the imperial system, you can put your own measurements in there because it's going to track your measurements, right? So it doesn't matter that it says pounds on our side. If you want to put it in, it's just an indicator. So you'll know what it is. If you're going from this in kilograms to this in kilograms, you'll know. So you can measure it that way. Or if you really want to convert it over, Google is pretty simple, or you can just ask Siri or ask Alexa, how many, I'm 145 kilograms. Well, hopefully you're not 145 kilograms, but so you can move that over. But we'll get into the desktop here and show us some of these features, Kim.
Okay, so you're seeing my desktop, right?
Yep, we got you.
Okay, so if you sign in on the desktop, this is what you guys see. So this won't take long because everything is right here. Exactly what we just talked about, the feed. Remember, this is where we communicate with you guys, basically as the admins, as you said, Jesse, which was brilliant. And then we've got the community. This is where you guys are asking questions, posting all of your daily successes.
There it is, a new post. Shalita,
yeah, look at that.
All right.
Woo-hoo. I'm going to go in there and like that right now. Yep. And then you've got your content. So everything lives right here. You'll notice there are no workouts. So you guys remember, the workouts are only on the app. I wish that was different, but unfortunately, it's not. And I've worked on it and I can't get it over here because it's only on the app. That's what I keep getting told. So remember, everything is right here. Your tabs will be across the top instead of like they are in the app, but there's all of your content. And you can, when you click on workout, you can see the workouts that you've done in here. So those are also, just like I said, you can't access all of them, but you can see the one that you have done. And what I like to do, this is kind of like a little trick, but you can't abuse it. If you want to go to do a workout another time, but you can't get to it right away and you don't want to forget it, click on it to start it, and then it's going to go right here. So it's an easy way to kind of remember which workouts you're going to do. So you can just click on it and then it will end up in your recent workouts. Okay. Again, events, those are going to pop up here. So you guys won't miss any of those live calls. And really, that is about it. Everything you need is just as easy to access on the desktop as it is on the app. Your goals, your measurements, your progress, all your content, everything is right here at your fingertips. So really, that's pretty easy. Do you guys have any questions?
There are quite a few questions, but before we get into that, guys, I want to give you guys just a little bit of a heads up here on a couple of things that are simple in terms of what to do, right? So inside of our program, we're going to have Dr. Howard Cohn going through this next week on everything to keep it really simple. So no, you don't need pictures of your scales. We're not doing any of that. So it's going to keep it really simple. We're just basically taking your pictures before and after, and we're able to pull the data from the app. So you don't need to worry about any of that. Like I said, we're trying to keep this as simple as possible because the amount of things that we were collecting, and then it was a nightmare for us, right? Just and many of you guys know. But the other thing here on using your product. So I want to share with you guys just real quickly, and my PowerPoint crashed, which is awesome. So, right. But hopefully I can get, okay. Yes, I see you do not want to be working properly. But I do want to give you guys a little bit here. Let's see if I can pull it up. Oh yeah, no, it is not wanting to go. All right, maybe no. Anyway, regardless of which, I'll see if I can pull it up a little bit. We're going to post in here as something with our products. So with our Life by Secret products, I want to give you guys a little bit of heads up. So one of the two kind of core foundational products that we have. Now, I do realize that this is kind of a little bit of a tease. We do not have our shake and our greens available in the entire world yet. I promise you that it's coming. We're getting to you as quickly as we possibly can. Some of it is just to the fact that some areas of the world didn't like certain ingredients and we had to reformulate. So in order to get the approved, but we're one of the things I love about Dr. Howard Cohn is he never compromises on ingredients, and he's never apologized for an ingredient. Everything that you can read on the label. So, and somebody just sent me a picture of it. They were like, "Oh, I love this organic plant-based shake that they got," and they were like, "It's cheaper." And I was like, "Cheaper doesn't necessarily mean better. I just want you guys to know." And I looked at the ingredient list and I was like, "Can you even read or pronounce any of this stuff?" Right? So, and they were like, "Oh yeah, not." But anyway, I want to let you guys know is the program that Dr. Cohn started with when he's created these products and these programs many years ago was something called Health Made Simple. So Health Made Simple is 4 products, 3 steps. So please write this down. I was trying to pull up the slide for it, but my PowerPoint was not cooperating with me here today. So, but you guys can get this. 4 products, 3 steps. All right. Step number 1, shake and greens, right? So now I've got my chocolate. I'm team chocolate. We also have our vanilla. If you are team vanilla, type in hashtag team vanilla or hashtag team chocolate. I'm actually curious. It's kind of like a little poll that we'll probably do inside of the group here. So some of you guys do. Now, remember, if you guys didn't read the instructions, it's 2 scoops is 1 serving. I had somebody that did like 3 challenges, and then they finally realized when I was doing my shake live, they were like, I thought it was 1 scoop. It's 2 scoops is 1 serving of your shake, right? So, but these are designed to have together. Actually, weirdly enough, now that I've been doing this for years, I do not like the shake without the greens in it. I'm kind of weirdly picky now when it comes to it. But the way that it makes it taste, I like it just straight. So with water and shake it up and good to go with your shaker. But this is something I recommend that you do this in the morning. Does it have to be your morning meal? It does not have to be your morning meal. Could you take it during your lunch break? Yes. Can you take it? Yeah, of course. You can take it whenever you like. The only thing is this, is they say breakfast is when you break your fast because you haven't been eating all night. They say it's one of the most important meals of the day because what your body is going to be taking in and utilizing, you're going to be getting your raw organic green vegetables with our greens, and you're going to be getting this protein that your body knows exactly what to do with. All right. And it knows how to use it in order to get your day started right. So I recommend it. So does it have to be the only thing that you have in the morning? No, it doesn't have to be. But again, make sure you follow those meal plans, follow those recipes here. But I'd recommend in the morning. But that is step 1 of your 3 steps. Again, 4 products, 3 steps. This would be step 1. Step 2 is going to be your hydrogen. All right. Now we have different versions of this, right? We have our recovery hydrogen product, and we also have our Hydro Effects, which has a big H on it, right? Now, the reason why we have a couple of these is this one is more fast acting. The Hydro Effects is more long lasting. All right. But we have hydrogen. The recovery isn't available in all the markets, but Hydro Effects you're going to find almost everywhere. So if you need a little bit more, just double up on that hydrogen. But recovery, when do you take this? I literally just pop these like Pez. I eat these all day long. All right. So, and I use them for almost anything and any moment. Now, some people are getting incredible results with their hydrogen product. And especially for many of you guys, if you're working out, clinically reduces lactic acid within 24 hours, literally over 27%. I don't know if that's the right quote here. I think Carrie Jo would probably know the exact number here on the clinical studies on this product, but it's going to move everything in your system through this hydrogen. Now, I'm not going to do a training on what it is, but I'm telling you, I would recommend that. So if you're looking for real fast recovery, especially many of you guys that your legs are probably going to be sore if you did today's workout, you're probably going to want to pop these suckers in. So before workouts, sometimes after workouts, take it in the morning. I take a lot more than just, the 2 tablets. I'm a 4 tablet guy. 4 tablets is like, man, I'm loving it. So that is step number 2. So shaking greens, number 1, take your hydrogen, right? Recover your hydro effects, step 2. And then step 3 is your boosters before bed, right? So this should be called bedtime. All right. So night. All right. So you take on the bottle, it says 4 capsules. You want to take 4 of these. All right. This is what you're going to take before bed. I just leave this by your bedstand, leave it at night there. So you take your boosters before you go to sleep. Now, many of you guys have figured out that this product helps with anything that is, acid related, because we have a lot of acidic diets, kind of those heavy meals and things like that. So my wife is 6 months pregnant right now, and she's starting to get that like acidity and that, like when she's eating her meals. And so she's been just knocking down boosters. But that is your health made simple. So simple. Shaking greens. So step 1, recovery, hydrogen, step 2, and your boosters before bed. 4 products, 3 steps. We're going to put it in there. Now, the rest of our products, obviously, from our green caps, these are so great. Instead of having, that thing where you're like, oh man, I'm feeling a little sluggish during the day, pop 4 green caps. Maybe you go out. For those of you guys that ask questions about eating out at restaurants, a lot of times getting really good nutrition sometimes is really tough when you're eating out. I travel a lot like you guys do. So you pop 4 of these green caps in, and you might not have a shake, but you're good to go on that. We have our digestive enzyme and our pre and probiotics for your gut health. This is huge. If you take these before you eat, we're going to give you guys some great information on that this next week from Dr. Cohn. All right. But those are some of the extra products. And obviously we have our energy, our vitamin D, and our Immunex. And I know, Kim, you've been living off of this bad boy. I don't know if you want to talk to us a little bit about.
Guys, yeah, I think supplements are so important. I love my supplements, and it's important to know and to learn how to listen to your body for what it needs, and also to plan ahead. Like I said, I've traveled to Colorado, very last minute trip to help my parents with some pretty serious medical issues. And it was stressful. It was a lot. And I tell you what, I did my greens every single day. I took the capsules with me because it was easier than the powder. I literally packed and left within an hour. And I put the probiotics in my shake, and I also spiked my dad's shake with protein, probiotics, and a few other little things like vitamin C, glutamine. But, having these shakes every day, it makes it so easy to be able to implement your supplements. The greens, there's no excuse. Nobody eats enough vegetables. I've never had anybody come to me and say, oh my gosh, I eat way too many vegetables. Maybe a few people, but it's pretty rare. So, to get those greens in there is just critical. The probiotics is critical. The recovery is like next level, next generation of supplements. I'm obsessed with the recovery. So I could go on and on, but yeah, you really listen to your body and figure out what you need. But remember, and we'll learn more about this as the modules go, but your gut microbiome is everything, and keeping that bacteria healthy inside you. That's what the pre and probiotics do. Those greens is helping to feed the bacteria. The good proteins are helping so many things in your body. So don't skip out on these. It's not as shallow as weight loss or calories in, calories out. That's not what this is about. It's about a much bigger picture.
Yes. And again, we're going to go through the products more in detail. Obviously, our energy. I have some news for you guys, and I know that it's not the best news, but look, I'd rather make sure you know everything. So this product, we are having a hard time keeping on the shelves. We get it on the shelves and it sells out so fast. So if you ordered our Club Fit Plus package, right? So for in US and Canada, right? So our Club Fit Plus package, this is still on back order, and they're shipped out all the Club Fit packs without this. For the ones that were just ordered over this weekend. If you were one of the first purchasers of it last week, it's going to be coming in the mail. If you didn't get your energy in your packet, I promise you they're sending you an email. They will ship it out separately as soon as it comes in. They did not want to delay your products any further for waiting for our next shipment of energy to come in, because this is literally flying off the shelf like crazy. All right, so there's that. The last thing I want to share with you guys is our weight loss made simple. And weight loss made simple is the same thing. The only difference is you want to replace one of your meals with another shake and greens. So it's 2 shakes and greens a day. Use your recovery, take your boosters. 2 shakes and greens, use your recovery, use your boosters, right? So now, one of the things I love from Dr. Cohn, he talks about, when in doubt, have a shake. right? So when in doubt, have a shake. Like, what do I like? Because a lot of the times it's not, our body that we're kind of retraining ourselves, some of these things. And so when in doubt, have a shake. But the last product that is also available, so again, Canadians, I apologize, is our curb product, right? So our curb is something that helps you curb a lot of times those sugars, those salts, some of those cravings. But listen, there's so many things that this product does that we can't really necessarily go out there and make a claim for. But do me a favor, if you are curious and you have a little bit of extra time, right? So go take these ingredients, Google the ingredients and look at what they do. Like just literally go through each ingredient. And some of you guys are going to be like, ah, no wonder I didn't know it would help me with that, right? So, but what I can tell you on this is a lot of times when we have a craving, right? So it's usually a lot of times that sugar, our blood sugar drops, or it's like salts. Like I'm a salt person, sugar. My wife is total sugar, right? For me, salts. Give me the bread, the cheeses, the butter, the crackers, all that kind of stuff, right? So if you are team salt, hashtag team salt. If you're team sugar, have team sugar. Or if you're hashtag team both. Some of you guys are like, yeah, I want it all. That's why salted caramel ice cream is the #1 selling ice cream, apparently, I've heard recently. So here's a quick tip on this. Because of this curve, this appetite suppressant, it doesn't have a caffeine kick like a lot of them that are on the market. You can take it at night without having to stay up and get those jittery, right? So if it's 10 p.m. and you've had a stressful day and you have a great day and you blow it. This is where a lot of people blow it, right? So it's right before bed and all of a sudden you turn on the TV and you have that craving and you reach for that bag of potato chips or that pint of ice cream and you're like, I didn't mean to eat the whole thing. I know none of you have ever done that. It's only me, right? So but what I want you guys to do is this: set an alarm in your phone for 9:30 when it's like 10 p.m. is your bad zone, right? 9:30, set an alarm and go pop 2 of these suckers, and you'll notice by 10, a lot of times it ain't gonna show up. Or if it does, you have 2 or 3 and you're done, right? So not the whole bag, right? So, because Lay's has their whole slogan, I bet you can't eat just one, and it's like, well, I bet you don't need none, right? It's curb. That's my advertisement. So a couple things on our products. Like I said, we're going to give you guys a detailed explanation from Dr. Cohn. Many of the questions you guys are going to have about the products, as I'm seeing that some people have over here about it, we're going to be getting into him this next week. So in your apps, check out your event calendar. Stay tuned. Again, replays will be under the portal so that you guys know about that and dive into this. But if you guys have questions, bring it to the community here, right? So many of the people that are inside of this community, if you are brand new, if this is your first group, your first challenge, or your first introduction to our products, which I'm super excited for all of our new family members that are experiencing this for the first time. There are many of our agents here that have had these products and used these products for the last 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. And some of them have been a part of this for the last 10 years. I know we've got Carrie, Joe, and Oscar, I know that have been a part of this. And I know a few other people that are very familiar with these products and what they do and how to utilize them the best. So use the community, and we'll get into more details on that. But Kim, what else do we need to cover here today? Is there anything else that we've
actually, I was just going through some of the questions and I've already forgot a million of them. But I do want to just address a few things with the meal plan that I see repetitively. So gluten-free has been a big question. So you guys, most of the recipes in my meal plan are based on anti-inflammatory everything. So you're going to see very little, if any, dairy. If you do see dairy, it's going to be in the form of full fat things like Greek yogurt. I think that might even be the only dairy that I have in there. Very, very little dairy and very little gluten. For the most part, if it has gluten in there, you guys will see it like a piece of sourdough toast or a piece of whole grain toast or something like that. But it'll be really easy to swap those around to make them gluten-free. If you are vegan, vegetarian, raw, all those, you're going to have to make those tweaks. That's something that is very, very specialized. I do not specialize in raw vegan meal plans at all. But protein at the end of the day is important. So you're going to have to make sure that you're getting enough protein. I do address it a little bit in the meal plan, but in order to get enough protein, if you're eating things just like quinoa, it's going to be really challenging because you're going to end up having like 6,000 calories to get enough protein. But if you are strategic with it and you are really want to go that direction, you absolutely can, but it's going to take a little bit more work on your part to make sure that you get your grams of protein. And I do go into that when we get on the protein chapter, okay? But if you are eating plant-based simply because you think it's the right thing to do, and I'm not at all saying that, there's absolutely a reason for some people to eat vegan and for some people to eat plant-based, depending on beliefs in your system. But if you are just jumping on the bandwagon because there's a lot of hype around plant-based right now and Beyond Meat and all this stuff, I encourage you to do your homework on that. At the end of the day, the goal is to eat very minimally processed food. So if you are going to replace your proteins with plant proteins, the same rules still apply. Eating foods, whole foods in their natural form, nothing processed, okay? And that's a pretty hard and flat rule if you want to get results. So edamame, tofu, tempeh, there's a lot of good options out there that are very minimally processed. Let's see. Somebody said they were living in Italy. What year? That's so funny. Stationed at Aviano. I'm like, what? Such a small world. By the way, I'm Team Salt. Jesse, I'm Team Salt all the way.
No more sushi. What are you talking about? Like poke bowls are like my go-to meals. I am
100%.
I am all about sushi. So
I love my salt. Dip that soy sauce, liquid aminos, great replacement. And I'm Team Vanilla. I'm 100% Team Vanilla. I am so vanilla. I'm vanilla across the board. Everything. Like I'm the girl that will go to the ice cream store with like every flavor under the sun, and I get vanilla. I used to make fun of my dad for doing that. Now I'm vanilla all the way.
All right, guys. Well, we've been here for a little bit of time. We don't want to keep this too long. Obviously, we're going to bring some more questions and all that as we're going through this. But here's what you need to focus on here right now is if you haven't gotten in your workout, go do the workout of the day, right? It's 13 minutes. You guys
much good feedback about the workouts, you guys. So much. I am so happy that you guys love it and you're feeling it. Love it. Yes.
Right. So go post in the community, start on that habit tracker. But the thing that you want to start doing this week is start filling out that profile. So like your before, your measurements, start doing that. That's something that you want to get done here this week. The sooner the better. Because remember, the sooner you do your measurements and start on the program is more days you have in the competition, right? So because if somebody's starting on Saturday, you got a little bit of a head start if you start, getting this done here, if you're submitting today from the day one. So submissions by submitting, all you have to do is just add the stuff into the app. There's nothing else required for you right now other than to take your before pictures. Now, remember, I'm going to be fanatical about your before pictures. Make sure that you do that correctly. Front, side, and back. Check the guidelines. If you have anything, let us know. But again, this is not about perfection. It's about progress. So stay engaged, stay connected. I'm going to, Deb, but I have one more question for you guys, right? And that last thing for you guys, hang on. And my door is knocking. I don't know why they keep knocking on the door. Come in. So in any event, so the lastly is this: it is not too late to get another person to join the challenge with you. So go get 2, 3, 4 people, 5 people, 10 people, get another person to come join the challenge with you. Honestly, I'd like to see us double the size of our challenge group here within the next 24 to 48 hours. And I believe that we can do that. So again, be somebody's champion, be somebody's advocate, be somebody's stand for their health, for this information. And after this Zoom, if you see everything we have and access to the app and all the features in there, and you're not excited about this, like, oh man, like, I don't know. So, but I'm telling you, we all have somebody. Now, I'm not telling you to go drag dead bodies across the finish line. You're not here to save people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're going to do this for them or you're going to go pay for them, but we'll reach out to people that are looking for results. And if they're, in your life, and let them know you're doing this challenge and you want to do it with them. Go find somebody. Listen, let's do this together and go get somebody else. So Kim, any final thoughts here for today?
Just one more thing, and I'm going to I could go all night because I just want you guys to be successful. Don't get overwhelmed, okay? Do not get overwhelmed. Every single thing you do is a victory. So I want you to go to bed at night. I want you to be like, I made one thing on the meal plan today. I crushed it. I did one of those exercises in the workout. I crushed it, okay? I want you to focus on what you're completing, not what you're not completing, because this is a life journey and you guys have so much time to just take it at your own pace. Don't worry about where everybody else is on the meal plan. You are on your own track. If you don't even start the meal plan this week, if you start it next week, that's totally fine. just take everything day by day. And if you do start to get overwhelmed, please reach out to me and I'll go, here's where you need to do. Okay. So you guys are in this together and I am just super excited. Let's crush this over the next couple months.
Absolutely. So guys, I'm going to just open this up here real quick. If you guys have any, obviously we're going to take some more questions. Don't worry. This is not the end. We've got a whole challenge to do this. And guys, this is just the beginning. And for those of you guys that want to get a chance to meet Kim and maybe ask that question that you want to have personally from her, obviously make sure you are at our playbook convention for all of our agents, and definitely something not to miss with that. But I'm going to, if I go over here and I go mute and allow participants to unmute themselves. All right, so allow participants to unmute themselves. All right, you guys should be allowed to unmute yourself. So if you want to unmute yourself and let us know how excited you are about the challenge, let us know if you've got any goals here. Let's sign off here with a bang here and let Kim know how grateful and appreciative you are and that we're ready to go. So we need some unmutes here.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm ready to go. Excited about everything.
Just happy right now.
Super excited.
Let's get it.
I'm so excited. I've heard so much.
They're the best. I love this community.
Thank you.
Let's do this, you guys. We got this.
The women crush every day.
Love it.
Let's get it.
Thank you, Kim. And
Thank you so much. It's
everybody.
awesome.
All
Thank
right,
you for
guys.
everything, Izzy.
You guys are amazing.
We'll see you. We'll see you on the
I'm so excited. This
inside.
was incredible. Thanks, guys.
Happy
Yes, I
challenge.
gotta go work out now. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.